Yeah. Well, HTC itself, like in their announcement, they're saying if you're using 4G for data, you can't use CDMA for voice. Currently, the only way, for the voice. However, this is not due to. It says, however, this is not due to strict hardware limitations. So it is possible this could change with future updates. I really wonder the layer. Well, that's the baseband that Sprint is using is blocking.
Yeah.
Because
it's the carrier causing the problem. It's which is and the fact that they do this stuff really does infuriate me, because it's the average end user has no idea it's going on. They just assume it doesn't work. They don't even realize it's being artificially screwed with like this. It's not fair. At the end of the way, it's a way for them to limit what you can do with the device in a way that helps them, hurts you, and really stifles innovation and adoption of the technology.
Well, we'll see what happens, but you know what? I guarantee you they're not going to adopt the SVDO specification. I mean, when they're building LTE and all this other stuff. And they've given up on it, and they're investing in this new network, and they're just trying to figure out how to bill you this new network. What I'd love to see is them. This is going to be really hard for the cell phone companies to do, because to truly embrace this whole 4G going all data thing, they have to get rid of the idea of cell phone minutes, which is their bread and butter. That's their bread and butter: cell phone minutes and text messages. Once they in order to move forward, they have to let go of their billing model that has served them so well for 2 decades. It's a whole new world. And how they're gonna.
Well, no, because there's no way to move forward without letting go of that business model, because there's no way to charge all bits are created equal bits and then have Y minutes, Y cents. Like, well, you have 20 to 50 gigabyte throughput at 1.5 megabits, and you can only use 200 megabits of that for voice, and blah of that for text messages. That would be the equivalent of what they're saying there. As soon as they start selling it like that, everybody will cry foul, because all of a sudden it's black and white. And it'll take about 5 minutes for some hacker to go out there and hack the monitoring software. It's monitoring what type of packets are being used and redirect them through another port or something else. There's no, realistically, even if they wanted to, there's no practical way to keep track of it. It's the same thing with ISPs trying to block torrents and other things. People just use port forwarding. It's a cat and mouse game, and at the end of the day, there's no way to do it. There isn't. I'll use port forwarding, and I'll re-forward it through port 80 and let the cloud sort it out. That's like... You know what I'm talking about. It's like they won't... Unfortunately, once you get to that point, there is no way to control it. I don't think that's a bad thing. It means they have to change their business model.
Yeah. Well, that's like you said. That's changing their bread and butter.
Yeah.
It's all rework.
Well, no, it's like, and like I said, sadly, the only way I see it happening is when they become obsolete. And that when we actually get some true, and I from what I was told, but I haven't read the article yet, that one company they're the beginnings of a true coast-to-coast WiMAX network. And from what I understand it, even though they haven't set pricings yet and they've just started, their goal is to sell both to resellers and you and I, the end user, which means it's true direct competition. Now you need some unlocked devices to truly take advantage of that network, but if you build up a good reservoir of unlocked devices and you get 1 or 2 good nationwide to semi-nationwide
4G data-only networks. There's this, we're selling you access. That's our business. That's what we're selling you. And the cell phone providers have to compete with that. They'll get it through their head. They're like, wait a minute. We have a bigger network than all of these people. We have a more reliable network. We have better access. We need to sell access. But until they realize that there's a business for that, they're not going to do it.